see which is going to come in the final.
Good evening, everyone. It's great to see you again this evening for the boys semi-finals of the 49 All-Ireland Disco Shakespeare Drama Competition. We've had 21 boys teams competing over 2 days. So before we announce the results, we have a few thank yous that we need to do, without which today's competition would not have been possible. Can we have a round of applause to our platinum sponsors, Singer Sri Lanka PLC? Judges for the boys semi-finals, Mr. Jehan Aloysius. Ms. Pramita Gunasekara. And Mr. Mario Vijayabharati. We would also like to thank our stage manager and manager of the Nagaina Wing Theatre, Mr. Apri Amir. And the staff of the Nagaina Wing Theatre. To our team from the Rotary Club of Colombo North, Colombo YMCA and the team of Colombo. To all of you, the students, teachers in charge, parents and directors. Thank you for being part of the program. A few announcements. The boys' finals will be held on the 15th, which is this Sunday, at Bishop's College Auditorium at 6 p.m. Rehearsals for the 4 finalists will be on the 13th of September from 9 a.m. at the same venue. And once we announce the 4 finalists, can I kindly request one member from each team to come on stage for the draw. Before we move on to the judges, I'm going to invite our stage manager for a few observations on the competition.
Thank you, Rashmi. So I get to give you the news that makes me unpopular. So we've had a little bit of a revision of the rules over the years, and in order to make the competition fair amongst the cross-section of schools, and to control how backstage is handled so that it still remains a competition where acting takes priority and the participants or the school children who are actively involved in the school take more of the prominent roles. So we have implemented a system of checking and limits on stage crew, and we've been trying to pass the message around to all the schools from the briefing onwards how that needs to be strictly enforced. So what happens is that if props and stage items are brought in, when the competition begins, it's only manned entirely by the stage crew who are nominated and certified by the schools. And so over the competition, we've had to give out warnings to some of the schools where there has been outsiders or external people coming in to assist them during the competition. And so this I've been requested to pass on as a warning to say that at the finals it will not be tolerated and it will be sort of considered as part of the judging process, so that it's not a competition of all boys or all girls. It's a competition of active boys and girls at the competition. And so they've got to manage, whether it's makeup or directors or lighting experts, etc. They've got to manage within the limits that they've provided for. And all those people have to be strictly certified and have to be in the correct numbers at all points of the competition. So just to give you a warning, and next year it will be strictly enforced from the semi-final onwards. But this time for the finals, only those nominated in the entries will be allowed backstage during the competition. Thank you.
I would now like to invite our judges on stage. Our first judge, Mr. Jehan Aloysius. Jehan is an English Honours graduate from the University of Colombo. He is a full-time theatre practitioner and was a visiting lecturer at the University of Visual and Performing Arts. Over the last 2 decades, he has been involved in over 60 productions of English and single language theatre. In addition, Jehan has been associated with the Royal Court Theatre of London, Art of Bangalore, Theatrum Botanicum of Edinburgh, Brave Theatre Festival of Poland, Festivals of Norway, the British Council, as well as the National School of Drama of India. Jehan played lead roles at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival in the multi-award-winning productions of Children of the Sea and Finding Marina. He has produced theatre and workshops in Norway, Poland, Scotland, Qatar, and India. He has also performed roles in Oscar-nominated international film director Deepa Mehta's movies Midnight's Children and Funny Boy. He also played the lead role of Richard de Souza in the BBC radio docudrama The Last Time I Saw Richard. In 2001, Jehan founded Centre Stage Productions, an amateur theatre group which produces original theatre in Sri Lanka. The troupe's work have travelled around Sri Lanka and overseas and featured in foreign media. Jehan's directorial credits include Venus United, Bengal Bungalow, Pyramus and Thisbe, Reality Show, Rag the Musical, The Ritual, Caliban's Rebellion, Stormy Weather, and Inspired Swan Lake and Nutcracker. As a playwright, Jehan has been shortlisted 3 times for Sri Lanka's most prestigious literary award, the Gratian Prize, for The Screaming Mind, The Ritual, and Mind Games, and longlisted this year for Reality Show. He was also on the panel of judges for the 2014 Gratian Prize. He has co-directed and acted the winning All-Ireland Inter-School Shakespeare Drama Competition while a student at St. Joseph's College, Colombo, and went on to direct his alma mater for 5 years. First 2 years as runner-up and then champions in the last 3 years under his direction. Jehan's humanitarian efforts through his Stage Hands project include working with children affected by poverty, natural disaster and the war, as well as physical theatre productions with those living with mental and physical challenges. Several of his original works have been featured in special stories by the BBC and the CNN. He has also been recognized for his efforts in theatre and presented to King Charles and Queen Camilla. He has been awarded a medal for excellence in the field of arts from his alma mater St. Joseph's College, Colombo, and he was also featured by the British Council in their 70th anniversary celebrations. Jehan Aloysius. Next we have Ms. Kavita Gunasekara. Kavita is a firm believer in learning as a vehicle for change and belonging. She is the Associate Vice President for Operations and Talent Management at Oceans, a New York-based offshoring organization. She holds a MSc in Business Psychology from London Metropolitan University and a BA in Language Studies and English Language Teaching. She holds the professional qualification of Associate Performance Diploma in Drama from Trinity College, London. Is a Senior Certified Professional of the Society for Human Resource Management USA and was recently accredited as a Certified Transformational Coach from Coach Masters Academy, Singapore. Kavita is passionate about education, theatre, culture, minds and change, and diversity. Her experience on and off stage stems from an active membership in 3 amateur theatre companies in Sri Lanka, with roles in Jesus Christ Superstar and Julius Caesar the Musical with the workshop players, Mousetrap with Coal Theatre 7, and Stormy Weather with Centre Stage Productions. She gained her knowledge of presentation skills, storytelling, and broadcast media as a radio and TV presenter. She has served on the staff of several schools and taught speech and drama for 17 years. In 2020, amidst the first wave of the COVID-19 pandemic, she co-founded Storyland Sri Lanka, an online platform for language and drama education. Ms. Kavita Gunasek. Third judge, Mr. Mario Vijayavardhana. Mario is a lecturer at the Department of English and Linguistics of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences of the University of Ruhuna, Sri Lanka. He is also a visiting lecturer at the Department of English and Linguistics at the University of Sri Jayawardhanapura, where he graduated with a special degree in English. He is in the process of completing his dissertation for the Master of Arts in Gender Studies at the Faculty of Federal Studies, University of Colombo. He also possesses an LLB from the University of London, as well as ATCL, LTCL and FTCL qualifications in performing arts from Trinity College, London. His research interests include Sri Lankan literatures in English, theatre studies and broadcast and radio studies, and is in the process of co-editing the 2nd edition of Playwrights, Plays and Playlists by Sri Lankan writers in English. Mario is also the youngest English newsreader on the English panel at the English service of the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation, Asia's oldest radio service. He has fond memories of representing his alma mater for 6 years at the All Ireland Inter-School Shakespeare Drama Competition from 2006 to 2012. Mr. Mario Vijayavardhana. May I invite one of the judges to give some feedback before we move on to the recast?
Thank you, Lasika. Thank you for that kind introduction and the cheers. And to quote Adam yesterday, let's hope we all remain as popular in just a few moments' time. So we'll start off with the few things that Jehan, Mario and I discussed that we really appreciated in terms of all the different schools. I think overall we saw some very interesting interpretations, whether they were modern interpretations, they chose to be period interpretations, some very interesting themes explored as well. Some good choices of extract. This is always something that directors have to sit and look at and consider. Some good choices of extract where there was opportunity for character development and arcs and relationships to develop as well. We also agreed that there were some schools performances where there was evidence of character development work, and underscoring character development work is always an understanding of the text. Of course, also, it was lovely to see the varying cast sizes, lovely to see diversity in the ages of the students participating, and some very, very good instances also where we noted where the age-old component of less is more. We saw quite a few instances of that too. I know everyone is eagerly waiting to find out the thing that you're all eagerly waiting for. We do have a few comments that we'd like to share with you, but before we get into a few things that we thought may have worked better, or opportunities for development, because at the end of the day, all of us are learning until the day we die. I'd just like to invite the students to do two things. So first and foremost, students, if you could give a warm round of applause to your teachers and directors, please. Thank you. Second thing, students. A warm round of applause to your parents and caregivers. So all three of us work in different fields and have come as it were illustrious careers of Jehan and Mario. And no matter what the industry is, parents especially, thank you for backing up your children. Perhaps even others' children. Maybe the transport drops home. Maybe putting in the late hours. The arts are a place where so much is possible and it influences even more. It's a ripple effect that you're creating. So thank you so much, especially to the parents and the families. It's not an easy sacrifice to make, but we value it. I left my phone behind. I need it for a second. I love that everyone is so enthusiastic with the applause. Okay, I'm going to read something to you. Hamlet, Act 3. Speak the speech, I pray you, as I pronounced it to you, trippingly on the tongue. But if you mouth it, as many of our players do, I had as live. The town crier spoke my lines. Nor do not saw the air too much with your hand, thus, but use all gently, for in the very torrent, tempest, and as I may say, whirlwind of your passion, you must acquire and beget a temperance that may give it smoothness. You're working with Shakespeare, everyone. And the wonderful thing about Shakespeare is that even though he's not here, he's actually given you clues as to how to use his text. A few things that we feel could have perhaps been paid more attention to overall. There were times in certain performances where we felt that in the interests of time, or something else perhaps, the vocal pace, the speed at which the words were spoken, it interfered with the clarity of the speech. Also at the same time, we had instances where clarity in general, whether it was related to crisper articulation, and it doesn't necessarily mean an accent, but just crisper articulation for understanding. Also at the same time, the ability to make sure that you are heard, not shouted, as Shakespeare says, but heard, and your words are projected effectively. Especially depending on which area of the stage you're using. We had a few schools using a lot of the apron area. A few schools chose to use more of MS and further down, where we sometimes were struggling to hear. Again, in terms of character development, It's lovely if there are individual characters which come out, but the beauty is when it works together. And as opposed to, because there's a lot that goes into this, right? You've got to learn your words, you've got to learn which way to move, you've got to figure out at which point to come in and go out. But if you work together as a team, and teamwork is part of our criteria, as everyone knows, there's more opportunity to develop what we call chemistry, relationships between characters. There were some times where we noticed that there were characters on stage, but not necessarily reacting to what was going on stage, which isn't always effective in conveying a story. At the same time, making sure that whatever work you're doing within the characterization is what we call nuanced or subtle, not over the top, not overly, or trying to beat anybody as part of your team, but instead working together as a smooth, I think Shakespeare used it too, it has to be smooth. Going back to the rules again for a second here, the rules read a limited number of scenes, and please do not try to put in the entire story into your 30 minutes. We had a few instances where that did take place, and I'd just like to direct everyone who may have missed that rule to rule number 3 and rule number 4 on the rules and regulations. In general, questions to ask yourselves as casts, as directors. So, a few things in terms of what would be put together as defects, and again this is on the criteria. Costumes, hair, wig, makeup, music, set. A general question to ask is, did it help or did it get in the way? There were instances where we noticed that while it was lovely to see some fantastic wigs being used, perhaps they hadn't been practiced with enough. Same goes for beards. Lovely to see the beards. I'm sure everyone was excited, if not itchy. But was it helping or getting in the way? Some lovely costumes, like we said earlier, but again, have they been practiced with? If there's a moment where something's supposed to be put on or come off and that's supposed to happen on stage, how much of rehearsal time has been spent on that? We heard some very interesting TV show soundtracks in the choice of music. Interesting to also explore what else is out there in terms of what the audience, not just the judges, but the audience. Remember, you've got an entire Lionel Met Hall full of individuals. So what are some of the things that are out there that could lend to it? Does there need to be music? In addition to the music, there were several times where we also heard, I believe, ringtones from Apple and Samsung. And it did not lend to the performances. So this is, I'm sure I turned and stared at least 10 people. It's just a request. It gets in the way, forget us as the judges, it gets in the way of the students and their focus. Largely, we didn't see that happen, but it isn't a very difficult thing to do when you come to think of it. Just moving into silent mode, or do not disturb, or whatever it is. It's a group of students that have put in the amount of time, and you know better than I do how much of time goes in. So a distraction like a ringtone really isn't worth it. Did I miss anything? Okay. Yeah, I think last but not least, any competition has its folks who go through to the next stage and folks who don't. For those of you who are feeling like you're not sure how you're going to feel in a few minutes, I understand. I've been there. All of us have been there. But whether you're going to feel happy or sad, angry or glad, what you've done on this stage yesterday and today, in the course of just a few minutes, is testament that if you push yourself, anything is possible. And so with that, congratulations to all of you. You may not be winners, but the beautiful thing about not winning is that there's always a lesson. And when you learn something, no one can take it away from you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kavita. Let's get moving on with the results. For our first individual or team award, the best novices, we have B20, which is Sussex College, Kagor. And the next award for best stagecraft goes to B11, Wesley College. Moving on to the individual awards, best portrayal in a comic role goes to the two Dromios from B14.
Peters. Joseph. I don't know what B14.
B14 is DS Serenata College. Best portrayal in a villain role is a joint award. And we have Reagan and Cornwall from B8, which is St. Thomas's College, Mangalore. That's Dan Pierce and Akash Fernando. Best Supporting Actor is also a joint award. And we have Gloucester from B8, Nevan Pereira from St. Thomas's College, Mangalore, and Reagan from B21. One more, Best Actor. Okay, so this is going to one person, which is Edmund from B8, Akhil Sankumar of St. Thomas's College. Four more, and we have the top four. So shall I just read it out in no particular order? We have B8, St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia. B18, Trinity College, Henley. B6, Royal College, Colombo. And finally, we have B21.